Hi everybody, we're here today at Bear Branch State Park. It is near Westminster, Maryland. It is I believe, conservation or natural park. And there are a few trails out here that you can hike on. We are going on the Union Mills Trail today. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. And lots of pine trees, lots of birds, lots of sunshine. So this trail, it's mostly like an old road of some sort. And it is not marked at all that we have seen. We actually came the wrong way up the trail and we somehow found the trail we were supposed to be on. But anyway, the trail is not marked here, and I don't know about the other ones. We've seen a few trail markings, but they were not the one that we were supposed to be on. They were different little trails. But anyhow, we again are on the Union Mill Trail. It looks like it butts up against some kind of a field, maybe a farmer's field over here. I'm not sure what the field is. But so again, we are supposed to be on the Union Mills Trail, but the only signs we have found say Boulevard Trail. So we don't know if they renamed the trail or what's happened here. But if you go to all trails and you follow the map provided through all trails called the Union Mills Trail, it's exactly what we're on. However, as you saw before on the sign, it said Boulevard Trail. So, not really sure where we're at. So we ran across this as we were coming up the path, crossing over a creek, and we see a deer carcass. You can still see the teeth, the rib cage. So we don't know what happened to this poor fella, but here he lies. Again, there are little trails that come off of this main trail that you can cut over and I guess cut out this trail if you want to. You can cross over and make a shorter trail or a shorter loop. I think that this trail that we're on is the longest one. It's 6.5 miles around this area. So then they have these little spurs that can take you across and cut out a lot of this trail if you are not wanting to do the whole 6.5 miles. But we are doing the 6.5 miles, so. But I think this old logging road or old roadbed that we're on has gotten skinnier and skinnier. So, looking a little bit more like a trail. So I believe this trail just kind of wraps around this conservation area at the top of the ridge, and you just kind of go up and down, all around, down the valley below. There are some trails that we'll cut through if you wanted to cut it short. But I think this trail wraps around it about 6.5 miles or so. So you kind of can look down on the valley and see everything. So we noticed this old car rusting out up in the woods. This property over here to the left, I believe, is private property. Shannon went up to take some pictures of it. Part of this trail does dump you out on a road that you have to walk down for a ways. I believe we will be picking up the trail around this bend somewhere. So I just wanted to make you aware of it. That is part of the trail. So we're kind of crossing a bridge over the creek here. This is also part of the trail. It looks like it's turning into maybe a dirt road up here that we'll be walking down. I'm not sure from this point what it does. But you can see the creek's flowing pretty good. And that is the mountain that we just came down and walked around to get down to this area. It's kind of an odd trail. But here we go. It's a pretty day, so I guess I can't complain. Okay, so this veers off to the right. Finally, we're off the main road back here, which I think is called Sawmill Road. This area is called the Sawmill Cooperative Wildlife Management Area. And it says the name of this trail is Union Mills Trail. And down where we parked, it didn't say anything about Union Mills Trail, but okay. I'm glad I had the All Trails map app today. We were able to figure out this trail. Otherwise, I don't know if we would have figured it out. But here we go. Okay, and so as you can see, there's a yellow triangle for this trail. But that is not all the way through this trail, so fair warning. Sometimes you're not sure where you're at. So we're getting ready to head back into the pines. You can see there's a whole field of what I think those are hemlocks. And it's gorgeous when you get up in there. You can see how tall they are compared to Shannon. They're really tall and beautiful. We've reached a water crossing, and this is the only log to cross. Shannon is brave and she's walking. I'm afraid that I will lose my balance, so I'll probably just shimmy across this. Okay, so we both made it across. Shannon, dry. Yeah, dry. I have a little bit of wet foot, but nothing major. But Shannon walked and I shimmied. Not too comfortable, but I did it. So we made it across. We could have probably walked across the water. I'd say it's probably knee deep or maybe a little more in some places, but we chose to not get wet today. So we're going up an old fire road. We just noticed how pretty the valley was through here. Thought we would share it. We just passed some hemlocks back down here. It was really pretty. So we're on top of a ridge back on what's called the Boundary Trail. It's pretty up here and the wind's blowing. So it's cooling us off. We just hiked up a little bit of a hill through here. But now there are some signs available. It's still though, I mean, it's a confusing area. If I did not have my All Trails app up and running, I think I weeded on the wrong way. I don't know how many times. Yeah, you can see we're heading in the right direction. Okay, so we've reached the cabin. We had heard that there was a cabin and saw someone had taken some pictures off of this trail. And as you can see, we just came through the pine forest right there. Came back down around. Wow, that's one big tree. Shannon, stand next to that tree. Shannon, Stand next to that tree. That is a big tree. Yeah, see? Looks like some of it might be dead, but yeah, it's a huge tree. Anyhow, here we go. So this is the Martin Cabin Homestead. And this was pre-Civil War era. And right now they use it for educational purposes, and you are free to view the cabin. So hopefully that will always be true. Such a cool building. Okay, so we're walking around the side of the cabin. And there's a creek that evidently runs in front of it. Just a real low flowing creek right now. And then here is the front porch of the cabin. So the cabin faced the creek. And I'm guessing this is just property that was around the cabin. Maybe this was their garden area, I don't know. It has the old stone fireplace, stone chimney. Super cool structure. So this is the front porch. And they do have it locked where you can't get inside of it. And unfortunately, people have decided they needed to write their names on the outside. Don't ask me why people do that. Anyway, such a cool piece of history. So this is our lunch spot today. We are sitting on the front porch of the cabin. We have a beautiful view of the pine trees, and we get to listen to the birds chirping. So we are back in the forest, the beautiful pines, where we started. All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us today as we went wandering out yonder. We are at Bear Creek.
Bear Branch
Bear Branch Nature Preserve. Having a hard time remembering that today.
Outside of Westminster.
Right, just outside of Westminster. Interesting trail, not very well marked. Had some pretty landmarks and beautiful pine forests in the area. And we hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And we really do appreciate you watching and wandering out yonder with us. See you later.